At first light, the farm comes alive. Rows of water pens shimmer like mirrors, each one home to dozens of quietly powerful reptiles. Keepers move along the narrow walkways, lowering breakfast on ropes, drawing ripples that race to waiting jaws.
Give him a fresh bed. Tide's coming up quick.
Last one, all clear.
Listen to that. They're talking to each other already. First breaths in a world they've never seen.
Hear that little squeak?
Yeah. That's it, breathing on its own.
Welcome to the world, tiny one.
One quick snap, and the fish is gone. It's hard to believe how precise these young crocs already are. Each bite is followed by a shallow splash and a ripple of scales. The clean tiles let us see every movement, every shimmer of water, and those perfect rows of teeth. Feeding sessions like this.
Right along this plate, there's a light scratch. Not deep, but I want to check for any infection. Belly skin on a croc is tough as old leather, yet it can tear on a rock or a rival's tooth just like this. I'll clean it, see how she reacts. Disinfectant first, then a smear of ointment to keep it sealed.
The channel fills with armored bodies, ancient and deliberate. A corridor of mangrove shadow guides them, tide pulling their heavy forms toward the open plain. Each ripple, each breath sings of patience. Together, they move as one.
Watch that edge, still wet.
Got it, I'll scrape it down once more.
Need a hand over there?
Nah, we're steady. Just keep that frame tight.
Salt's good and cold today, feels clean.
Means they'll keep well. Flip that corner, yeah, like that.
Smooth as a river stone now.
Smells like good work.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
On it. Watch the
Slide
edge.
it in. Good.
Forks clear. Lift.
Got it.
Straight to the truck. Little sunlight on these hides.
She's holding steady.
Straighten a little. You're clear on the right.
Copy that.
Keep coming. Good. Drop it there.
Lower it. Solid top.
Looks solid. I'll strap it in.
Appreciate it.
Got it. Smooth as silk. Looks like the sunrise agrees with us today.
Perfect morning for perfect leather.
Every hide tells its story in the soak. You can hear it settle, feel it breathe as it takes the water in.
Inside the great oak drum, raw hides roll in a bath of water and lime. Each turn loosens hair and softens fiber, the solution clouding as tiny bubbles rise. Suede faces, fur sides, all folding and unfurling, dripping and gleaming.
That's a good hide. Clean and ready to breathe.
Set a catch. Keep it flat. Blades are doing the work here. I'm just the guide. Smooth as glass now.
In the pickling vat, acid gnaws at every crease and grain. Tension between liquid and hide creates these tiny eruptions, constant, restless. The vapor that rises carries a tang of metal and minerals, a promise of transformation. Each bubble...
Inside the drum, raw hides meet a solution rich in chromium salts. As the cylinder turns, the fibers open, drinking in the blue liquor. The chrome binds, fixing the collagen, giving strength, suppleness, and that unmistakable hue.
Layer by layer, the blue hides are folded over the rough pine beam. Their weight makes the wood groan, their wet sheen catches every edge of the light. You can hear the water leaving them, drop by drop, as though the color itself were sinking into the stone. When the breeze tugs at the topmost sheet,
Blade meets water, wood guides steel. The warrior ringer presses the life of the river from the tanned hides, leaving them supple, ready, and silent. Each turn is measured, each drop earned. Craft and discipline in every squeak of the handle. When
Each hide, pale and supple, is laid into the drum. Water and dye flood in together, soaking the grain. As the cylinder turns, the leather folds and unfurls, drinking the crimson mix. Minute by minute, the color deepens, the fibers open, and the
When the skin's still damp, you can coax it into laying perfectly flat. The glass holds it steady and the colors slip and pool until they find their place. By morning, it'll be dry as paper, flat, luminous, and locked in for good.
The finish tells the whole story. What you want is a surface that returns light evenly, no dull patches, no disruptions in the grain. Here, the pour pattern is tight. Even under the loop, there are no pulls, no raised fibers, a small healed scar.
After a long voyage, the crate arrives. Solid oak and iron, opened by hands accustomed to craft. Rolls of crocodile leather wait inside, their scales catching morning light like wet stone. Forest green, chestnut, charcoal, each one a future heirloom. In the atelier,
I like starting with a simple outline, just to see the silhouette breathe. Burnt orange feels right for winter, warm but not loud. A little shadow under the flap, and there the depth shows up. This clasp will be brass, engraved with an S for the line.
a leather panel gains strength when its backbone is set. I lay the woven backing into a thin coat of adhesive, then roll it flat to drive out the air. A touch of steam locks the fibers together. Once cool, I trim it clean. The panel feels steady yet supple, ready for the next steps of the build. A quiet layer.
Right there, center line of the bag with the center of the belly. Feel how it clicks. A little nudge to the left, and it's locked. The seams meet the ridges like they were made for each other. Breathe, old boy.
Let the blade do the work. Keep your wrist soft and guide it like you're drawing a line in sand. The curve of the knife hugs the pattern so you don't have to force it. If you hear that quiet, clean whisper, you know the edge is good and the leather's happy. That's a cut that'll last a lifetime.
Every piece is cut to the exact same curve. When they lock together, the gaps disappear and the rhythm shows up. A gentle tap sets them flush. Light, dark, warm, cool, each tone has its place. When the last spacer comes out, it's all one surface, perfectly balanced.
Inside the splitter, spiral blades skim each edge to a perfect taper. What used to be a sharp square is now a feathered line ready to bend. The result? Panels that fold effortlessly, with joints that meet clean and
skiving takes the edge of thick leather and thins it to a whisper. As the blade spins, it lifts a single continuous ribbon, curling away like a wood shaving, leaving behind a feathered edge that's easy to fold and stitch. Done right, the transition is seamless. Strength where you need it, elegance where you see it.
A good edge needs a patient hand.
The glue has to find its way into every fiber, sealing the cut before the layers come together. I like to work in long strokes, pulling the brush just enough to leave.
I brushed a thin coat of adhesive right along the skive section, just enough to make it tacky. Once it starts to flash off, I grip the edge and roll it over. The skiving lets that edge lie down without bulking up. Pinch it into place, then take a bone folder and chase the fold all the way down. Each strike smooths the ridge until the fold lays perfectly flat, locked into the sheet with a clean, even line.
To build a lining that feels as good as it looks, start with a clean cut. Hold the pattern firm and let a sharp blade do the work. Suede or a soft leather of your choice pivots easily under a steady hand. Mark the details, follow the lines, keep them.
When the lining meets the body, the character of the piece is decided. A whisper of adhesive brushed evenly across the suede, a precise laydown, pressure from practiced hands, and the heat of a brass roller fuse the two. Flex it, no gap.
Start tight at the knot and let the leather tell you where it wants to lay. It's all about keeping the grain smooth. Finish with a single stitch and a touch of oil. That's it.
One needle goes left, the other right, and they meet inside the same hole. Tension pulls them snug, locking the stitch at an angle. With each pass, the seam grows stronger and more even. When the last hole is crossed, the threads retrace and tie off, leaving a clean, durable finish.
On a raw leather edge, the fibers are open, hungry for finish. A bead of rubber color meets that edge and smooths it in one pass. I like to think of it as sealing a secret. The first coat soaks in, the second levels, and when it finally sets, I burnish it to a satin curve.
Solid. Those handles aren't going anywhere.
The edge is painted, but it isn't finished. You can feel the little ridges with a fingertip, so I bring in the iron, hot enough to soften the surface but not scorch it. As it glides along, the paint melts, levels, and cools behind it like poured glass. One slow pass and the edge... For the second coat, I slow down and let the roller do the work. Watch how it lays a bead of color right on the peak of the first layer. The paint self-levels and rounds over, creating that domed profile. You can see it catch the light, no flat spots, no ridges, that's what we're after. A little touch up here at the corner.
Every detail starts with the hardware. Brass with a soft brushed finish, strong, subtle, and warm to the touch. Feet first, pressed through the leather fixed with a washer and set with a couple of light taps. A D-ring for the strap, then the swivel hook, smooth, secure, and ready.
Lower the punch until it just kisses the surface. You'll feel the grain compress. Then a firm squeeze.
Set the foot over the pilot hole and push the post through. On the other side, drop on the washer, bite it with the driver, and snug it down. Repeat it.
With the main body right side up, nestle the gusset along the edge and pin all the way around. Keep the seam allowances matched. At the machine, stitch a 1/4 inch seam, easing the fabric so the curve stays smooth. Let the feed dogs do most of the work, your hands are just guiding. When you get cunners. Once the seams are stitched, I reach in and start pulling the bag through the opening, just a little at a time. The lining slips inside while the patterned canvas rolls out. When it looks like a twisted mess, that's exactly where it's supposed to be. I find the corners and push.
Here, a bone folder is used to press fabric right into the corner of this box lid. The smooth, hard edge slides into places fingers simply can't, tightening the cloth and sharpening the seam. A couple of deliberate passes and the material hugs the board perfectly. The result? Corners.
The top edge is folded over, and each hole follows the curve. With steady hands, the machine drives the needle through leather and lining, pulling the wax thread tight. Each stitch locks the last. After the final pass, the ends are tied, snipped close, and the seam is pressed flat. What was once an open edge is now neatly finished.
Corner down, lock it in place, strap goes under, over, and through the buckle. Ratchet it tight, hear that snap? That's security. Wrap keeps the weather out, keeps the load together. Scan, confirm, ready for the road.
Keep it straight on the rails.
Got your mark. I see the weight climbing.
Coming up the ramp.
Guidance lasers on. You're clear.
Lowering and locked.
Bracket secure.
Closing door.
Ride's ready. Let's move.
Exotic leather, timeless luxury. In this factory, raw crocodile hides are transformed by skilled hands and specialized machines into heirloom pieces, bags, suitcases, and accessories that last a lifetime. Every cut, every stitch, every polish